everyone? It's your girl Sarah, back with another video. Before we get started today, I definitely want to let you guys know that I've updated noquantize.com. I've got a new sound pack available for $6. It's the Lo-Fi Spaceship Sounds Volume 2. And I also have some new gear, just like these hats. I have like a producer hat. That hat says stay inspired. Got some producer life hats. Cool little side situation. No Quantize on the back. 808 hats. Sup fatty hats. So check it out, noquantize.com. But enough of that, this video today is gonna be about my experience using Serato Studio. Basically, I tried out the trial for the first 15 days because it is free for the first 15 days. So you guys should definitely check it out. I'm gonna talk about my top 5 reasons I like it and my top 5 reasons why I don't like it. So let's get started. So honestly, I think that Serato Studio is one of the best softwares for beat makers or beginners, especially if you don't know a lot about music theory, because one of the best things and one of my top 5 reasons why I like Serato Studio is the key matching feature and the tempo matching feature. So basically you could drag a sample into the project and the project automatically detects what note that is in. It also detects what BPM it is as well. And if you change the project's note, it actually will change all the other instruments' note at the same time, which is really cool. So you don't mess up your project, it doesn't sound weird. It doesn't change the drum pattern either. It doesn't change the sound of the drums, but it will change the pitch or the notes of the instruments, which is really cool. Which leads me to my second reason why I like Serato Studio. I keep wanting to say Serato sample, so the instrument key match. So basically, let's say I've loaded up that sample, I know exactly what key the project's in, but let's say I load a bass or a guitar or some keys or some other instrument into the project. Serato sample will only show you which keys match the scale of the project. That's a game changer because me personally, I have the hardest time hearing the bass note. For some reason, I tend to be a little bit off. Sometimes my bass could be sharper, it could be flat, but this allows me to get the exact bass sound and not actually be off key. Or any other instrument. I could load any VST or virtual instrument into Serato Studio, load it up, and the cool thing is it will allow me to just play the keys that match the key of the project, which is a game changer. So everything just sounds on key, which is dope. Third reason why I really like Serato Studio is being able to create customized drum patterns. You have the ability to load a drum pack, and then there's an option to basically automatically create a drum pattern based off the genre of music that you're creating. So basically you can load a drum pack, hit the little button, it allows you to pick a genre, and if you keep clicking the button, it will create a drum pattern based off that genre. So you can make a beat in like a minute. Like seriously, load the sample, it knows your note, can load up any instruments, it's gonna match the key of the project, and then you could load up a drum pattern and it automatically makes the drum pattern for you. You can customize it. Obviously, you can actually add more to the drum patterns and make it your own, but it's really cool and easy to just create a really quick beat because it allows you to just create a drum pattern like that. So the fourth reason why I really like Serato Studio is because it's really easy to create scenes. You have the ability to create one scene and then copy it and kind of just create a whole different pattern or a whole different scene, which is really dope. It's very easy to kind of just take one idea, copy it, maybe delete a track, and then create a whole new melody out of that. You can also see how loud your music is. It actually shows you exactly what the track looks like when you're playing it, and then it also tells you how long the track is, which is dope. I like to know exactly how long my songs are. The fifth reason why I really like Serato Studio is that you can add effects to each and every individual sound or track, which is pretty dope. I can load up a good Hertz plugin on top of a sample without having to pull it up in another DAW, which is really convenient. And a bonus reason why I really like Serato Studio is you have a no quantize feature. You can take that option off and be able to play as if there's nobody correcting your beats. You guys know I love that because... So let's talk about the top 5 reasons why I don't really like this program. Of course, every single DAW has its pros and its cons, so I'm gonna basically go over the things that I wish they would improve on. Hopefully they're listening to this so they can actually have an update and maybe these things won't be an issue in the future. So let's talk about it. Number 1, you cannot use this program in another DAW. Serato Studio is not, to me, a full completed, I can't finish my beats in this program. I really wish it was just like a plugin, just like Serato sample. So kind of just bites that I have to make a beat in Serato Studio and then export the stems, and then I either load it into Machine. Kind of just, I don't like that. I want to be able to do everything in one place, so that's why I'm a big fan of Machine, because I do everything in Machine. So maybe you guys could create a plugin for Serato Studio to be in all the other DAWs, so I can use all the other features within the program to finish a beat. That would be dope. Number 2, so basically remember I told you we can copy scenes, but you can't copy patterns. So if I'm creating a drum pattern, I can't just copy it and like paste it onto a new scene. I have to literally put it in there individually or recreate it. I just want to be able to copy and paste something I've already created without having to go in individually and change it. And by the way, if I'm wrong about any of these things that I don't like and they actually are a feature, please let me know, comment below. Let me know, because I'm still learning about the program, but I couldn't find the ability to do these things so far. So the third reason why I don't like Serato Studio is because when you add an effect to a song or a track, and let's say you're actually mixing it as you're listening to the song, it actually will automate that effect. And I don't like that, because I don't want to have automation on all the time unless I choose to have automation on and want to have a sweeper effect or some type of cool thing going on. But I have to actually turn the effects knob and then press play in order for it to affect the entire track without it having like an automation sweep. And that's kind of weird. And then on top of that, with the effects, when you see your effects or you hear them, you can't really see them. Like if I did have automation on, I don't see how much input that automation is giving, nor do I know how to turn it off. I was seeing how I was putting an effect in and accidentally automated that effect. And then I took that effect away and added a new effect, but that new effect still had that automation feature on it, and I don't know where I could see it or delete it. And that's frustrating, because that makes me want to go export the stems and then put effects on those stems using a different DAW. I don't want to do that. Where can I actually find that in Serato Studio? The fourth thing I really don't like about Serato Studio is that I cannot see my velocity. So if I'm playing the keys, I can be playing the keys louder or softer, and I could hear it when I play the song, but I can't see how can I adjust my velocity. I have to replay it, which is just annoying. I just want to, if I feel like one sound is lighter than the next, I want to adjust it. I want to be able to see it and kind of adjust the velocity, so I don't see that, which sucks. And I think the biggest and biggest reason why I'm not the biggest fan of this program, and I think a lot of people can actually agree with me on this, is that this is a subscription-based program. You do have the ability to download it for free for the first 15 days, and this is an amazing program. So obviously when you're using it, you're like, oh my God, will I go ahead and buy it? So basically the pricing is $9 a month for a year. But if you get that, you have no ability to cancel within that year. You have to actually cancel after the first year. The second option is to get it for $15 a month, which is still a lot of money. You can cancel at any time. Me personally, I did get the subscription because this is a business expense for my brand. And if you guys know about businesses, the more expenses you have, the less taxes you owe at the end of the year or next year or whatever. So yeah, I do have the subscription, but for the everyday person, $15 is a lot of money each month, especially for beat makers, especially for beat makers that are not making money, they're just making music just to have fun. So for me as a professional producer, this is an amazing investment for me. I do hope that Serato Studio comes out with some updates to fix all those things that I spoke about, but I really do hope one day you guys come out with something more affordable for the average consumer, because this is a great program, but it's not 100% there. I think that you guys should put it as a plugin so we could use it in other programs, and then I think that would be worth keeping it. But right now, the workflow is using Serato Studio, exporting the stems, and then finishing it in Machine. And right now, I'm dealing with that, but at the same time, I wish it was a lot easier, so I don't have to do multiple programs. I just want to use one thing. The description is down below to use Serato Studio. This is not a sponsored ad. This is literally just me talking about how I feel, because I actually genuinely like this program, but there's certain things I don't like about it. Have you guys checked out the program yet? Let me know what your thoughts are. Comment below. I'm very interested to know how you guys feel about it. If you guys haven't checked it out, check it out. Let me know. I like it. And are you paying for the subscription? Like, let me know, comment below, let everyone know, let Serato Studio know, or Serato, get them to maybe lower the price or maybe make it even better so it's even worth the money. Because you don't have a subscription with Ableton or Machine or Logic Pro, you just pay a flat rate. And when you guys do subscriptions, we just know that you're just trying to take our money. That's not cool. I'm down to invest one time, but like over time that can add up, and it's just, yeah. Like this video if you guys want them to stop subscribing or making people subscribe for $15 a month.
I'm just saying.
I love you guys. This is Beat of the Week.